What's going on, Raider fam? It's your boy Mac. Welcome to my channel. And real quick, I just want to talk about, you know, the current state of the Raiders quarterback situation. And shout out to Aiden O'Connell, man. He came in last year as a 4th round rookie and did his thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my opinion, he came in and handled business. You know what I'm saying? Did what he had to do. However, I don't think he's the future, man. I honestly don't. I like him, because he came in and short notice, and he played decent for a rookie, especially for a 4th round rookie. But I just don't think he's the future. Just a lot of things that I feel like he needs to improve on, as far as like pocket presence. He's not really mobile. And in today's league, you have to be mobile. Like, you have to be able to take off. You don't have to be a scrambling quarterback. You don't have to be a Michael Vick or a Lamar Jackson, but you definitely have to be a guy that can move around in the pocket, and I'm pretty sure whoever watches Aiden O'Connell can see that as well. So pretty much, yeah. But shout out to Aiden O'Connell, man. He, you couldn't ask for more of him, of what he had to do last year. As of right now, I mean, he's a starting quarterback. He's our only, serviceable quarterback on the roster right now. Of course, a few days ago, the incident with Jimmy G. We were gonna cut him anyway, but with the whole PED situation, he's out of here. We're able to save a good amount of money after cutting him because of that situation. He's not going to be here. Brian Hoyer, about 57 years old. He's not going to be here, obviously. So as of right now, I mean, we just have Aiden O'Connell, who looks like he's going to be on the roster, or who's on the roster right now. So yeah, in this year's draft, the Raiders have the 13th pick. We're in very well positioned to draft a quarterback this year. I think out of any year, I think this year is the year to draft a quarterback, in my opinion. My top 10 quarterbacks, I would have to say, obviously, is Caleb Williams is number 1. And a lot of people are gonna is shocked by this, or maybe not. But I have Jayden Daniels as my second quarterback over Drake May. I know a lot of people have Drake May as their number 2 quarterback behind Caleb Williams. I honestly think it's Jayden Daniels, man. Like, he can sling it, man. He can run, man. He's gonna probably run like a 4.3 in the draft, about 4.3, 4.4. And he just made so many plays, bro. Like, the connection, what I'm saying, with AP and Jayden Daniels, man. If we could trade up, I think he's going to go maybe number 3, even though I have him as number 2. But if we could trade up for Jayden Daniels, bro, I think that is the move. That's my guy. Jayden Daniels is my guy. If we draft him, I might cry, bro. I ain't going to lie. I think he's going to be special, man. And, he's the quarterback that we need, bro. Like, it's time to draft a quarterback of Jayden Daniels' caliber. Do it now. So, yeah, I have Caleb Williams as number 1. I have Jayden Daniels as number 2. Drake May is number 3. I actually have, what's his name? I actually have J.J. McCarthy as my 4th quarterback. I think in the when you watch J.J. McCarthy play for Michigan, he didn't have to do a whole lot. It was more of a run first offense and elite defense. That's what I see from Michigan when I see J.J. McCarthy. So Jim Harbaugh, he didn't really have him sling the ball around like that, because that just wasn't how they ran that Michigan offense. But when you see the glimpse of what JJ McCarthy can be, that's what I'm going based off of. I'm not gonna just say, oh, he didn't throw the ball a whole lot. You know, he didn't do what Jayden Daniels did and Caleb. He didn't do none of that. What I saw is glimpse. What I saw is when he had to throw, when he had to roll out of the pocket and throw it on the run. Boy, that arm, the accuracy, the speed, it's all there, man. And he's young. I think he just turned 21 in January. I think JJ McCarthy's going to be nice, man. That's honestly how I feel when I watch JJ McCarthy. So I have him as number 4. Number 5, I have Michael Penix Jr. out of Washington, who's fallen down a lot of people's draft boards. I know he didn't really he kind of underwhelmed at the Senior Bowl. To a lot of people still have him as top 3. It's all over the place with Michael Penix, but for me, I have him as my number 5 quarterback. And number 6, I have Bo Nix out of Oregon, and number 7, I have Spencer Rattler, who impressed a lot of people in the Senior Bowl. You know, I've always liked Spencer Rattler. He's always been, you know, that guy for me that I felt like can play at the next level. I know he got into some trouble back in high school, and people kind of like held him for it, or kind of like, held it against him, I guess. And look, man, people make mistakes at a young age. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you can't mature and grow up and stuff, and improve and mature. I've always thought Spencer Rattler was a good quarterback, a college quarterback. And then I'm gonna go as far as number 8. My number 8 quarterback is Michael Pratt. You know, pretty good quarterback, who I think can also play. So in my opinion, there's 8. That's probably 8 quarterbacks to me that I think can play at the next level. But man, you know, if I had to prioritize who I wanted in order, top 3, Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels is my guy. Caleb Williams, if we can get him, it's not realistic to me. I don't think we can get him. And Drake May. I think Drake May is a good quarterback. I'll put him as my top 3. Those are the top 3 quarterbacks that I want the Raiders to target in that order. I honestly think it's most likely we can get Jayden Daniels. But I don't know, man. I don't know. That's the thing about the draft. You never know, like, who's gonna go where. Like, you never know, like, how it's gonna play out. But for me, man, like, we got to get a mobile quarterback. Like, if you look at the history of the Raiders, our best teams were with mobile quarterbacks. I mean, Rich Gannon, we never won a Super Bowl with him. We went to the Super Bowl. He was a damn mobile quarterback. You can go back to Kenny Stabler and Jim Plunkett. You know, in the 70s and 80s, you know, they were both more mobile quarterbacks. Jim Plunkett got two championship rings with the Raiders. Man, he was a damn mobile quarterback. You got Kenny Stabler, the Snake. We all know he was a mobile quarterback. I think it's time to return to what the Raiders are known for, and that's playmakers on offense. You know, a mobile quarterback, speed at wide receiver, speed at running back, or not even running back, man, just speed in general, man, you know, and getting back to that gritty defense. I think this is the time where we can return to those old school Raiders teams with the identity of having, you know, those type of players on the team, man. So yeah, now look, I know it's not guaranteed we're gonna draft a quarterback in the first round. Obviously we'd have to trade up for them, which would be very difficult. You know, I'm hearing something along the lines of 3 first-round picks and 3 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks for Caleb Williams. That's a lot, bro. That is the farm. Like, that's the future. That's the past, present, and future for the Raiders. Like, I don't want to draft. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to. You know, I want to trade up, but to an extent, like maybe 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 3 firsts, maybe I don't know, man. But 3 firsts and 3 seconds is just, it's too much, man. Like I can't. Like I don't know what the Raiders are willing to do to get their guy. I'm hoping we don't trade that much for a quarterback. But if it's reasonable, we definitely got to draft a quarterback in the first round. This is the time. Now, however, like I said, I know it's not guaranteed to get a quarterback in the first round, but however, there's some guys in the second round that I fucks with. Like there's guys in the second round that I wouldn't mind getting. You know, I think that either Michael Penix or Bo Nix will be in the second round. Not both of them. I think one of them will fall in the second round. I think Spencer Rattler will guarantee be in the second round. And I think Michael Pratt will also be in the second round. Those are guys that I wouldn't mind getting. You know, maybe go in the first round and maybe stay at 13, get a corner, get a defensive tackle. You know, I like Dejon Cooper out of Iowa. You know, Terrion Arnold from Bama. Kool-Aid McKinstry also from Bama, who's his teammate. You know, we do need a corner. There's some good corners that we can get at 13 and maybe get a Spencer Rattler or a Pratt or a Bo Nix or a Penix in the second round. That's a hell of a draft to me. That's a solid draft. I like Johnny Newton, man, that defensive tackle out of Iowa. No, not Iowa. I'm tripping. What's Illinois? Newton out of Illinois. It's some good players that we can get, man, but we can't leave the 2024 NFL draft without a quarterback in the first or second round. We cannot do it, bro. We got to get one in the first or second round. Like I said, I'll take either, but we cannot leave the draft. You know, I feel like Aiden needs that competition, you know, to push him. You know, competition brings the best out of players. We need to bring in somebody to compete. I also wouldn't mind bringing in a free agent quarterback. You know, there's rumblings of Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, you know, guys like that. That's tough. Russell Wilson. See, here's my thing with Russell Wilson, right? I know he's a good quarterback. I know he's decent. He's a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He'd be a good veteran to bring in and let a rookie sit behind Russell Wilson. But this is my issue, okay? When I watched Russell Wilson play on Denver, I don't know why or what was the reason, but I always catch myself seeing Russell Wilson getting cursed out by a teammate or a coach, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is he doing? You know, I don't know what's going on in Denver or Russell Wilson, but I remember last year, I was watching a game. I forgot who was against, but it was like his teammates was cussing him out last year, and I was like, damn. Like I thought Russ was a cool dude. I thought he was a solid, you know, a solid person and a player. And then this past year, I see him getting cussed out by Sean Payton. I'm thinking to myself, do I really want whatever is going on with Russell Wilson on my Raiders team in the locker room? Like, I don't want that drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why his players and coaches fucking hate him. I have no idea, but I don't want that. I don't want that on my Raiders squad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand if, like, you know what I'm saying, it was the Russell Wilson in Seattle, but I don't know, man. I just don't want that drama. Whatever he's bringing to that team, I don't want it to carry over here to the Raiders. And now we look dysfunctional. We already got shit that we be going through. Like, we look dysfunctional, and I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on over there in Denver with Russell Wilson, but I want to say if we can just, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if I want Russell Wilson, man. I know Kirk Cousins is gonna be an arm and a leg, bro. I already know. So, man, I gotta do some more research on free agent quarterbacks, veteran quarterbacks that we can bring in to the Raiders organization, just to kind of like, you know, add experience to that quarterback room. Just some good options, man. But I don't know, man. But yeah, I just want to say, man, you know, I think we should draft a quarterback. My preferred quarterback is Jayden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Drake May, in that order. And if we had to, JJ McCarthy, Michael Penix, Bo Nix, Spencer Rattler, in that order. Now here's the thing, I don't want to draft JJ, Bo Nix, Penix at 13. I think that's too goddamn high. I think that's too high. Now see, here's the thing. After Drake May, Jayden, and Caleb, if we want to go with JJ, Bo Nix, Penix, and Spencer, I want to trade back. If we're going to draft one of them dudes, I want to trade back and get more picks. Because at that point, the value at 13 of which are picking those guys, it's too like, that draft pick is too high. I want to trade back if we're going to get those guys. That's my dream scenario. Trade up for Caleb, Drake, or Jayden, and if you're gonna get JJ, Penix, Bo Nix, Rattler, then trade back. That's my dream scenario. That's what I want to happen. I think that would make the most sense. So yeah, man, those are my quarterbacks. That's my dream. That's my dream scenario. My guy's Jayden Daniels. You know what I'm saying? I'm a die on the hill with that one, man. I think he's gonna be special, bro. I think he's gonna be special. That's what the Raiders need. That's what Vegas needs, is a player like Jayden Daniels, bro. Caleb, Drake too. Like I said, I take them behind. Those are my top three. But my guy that I'm gonna pound the table for all offseason is Jayden Daniels. I'm gonna be hurt if we don't get him, bro. I believe in him. That's my guy, bro. And so it just makes sense. Like, the connection, it just makes sense with Antonio Pierce. He's what Vegas needs, man. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the video, man. Just talking about the quarterback situation. You know, and I'm gonna do some more research on veteran quarterbacks. You know, I haven't really did any research on who's out there that's available. I just know it's Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins, who I hear in the media and stuff like that. But yeah, man, if you run across this video, man, my name is Mac. I appreciate you for watching this video, man. And if you're new, subscribe, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. I'm gonna continue to put out more content, just talking about Raiders, man, the off season, man. But yeah, nation, Raider fam, this is it for the video, man. Peace out.